Good morning, good afternoon, good night, and I am really excited tonight for us to be speaking with artist Romeyo Wilson, and he will be joining us tonight in the building to share his journey. Hi guys, how are you doing tonight? And speak a bit about his art and all the things happening. So, waiting for him to get in here, or I'm going to just let you hear one of my favorite songs by him, and it's Freaky Girl. I think that's the most recent record he's dropped, and we're gonna get him in here. Here he is. And we're waiting for him to join. There we go.
What's up?
Good night, King. How are you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you? How are you?
I'm doing well. Are you hearing me okay?
Yeah, I hear you.
I don't know. I think since they've added this new feature, the live looks completely different than what I'm used to.
Yeah,
but you're able to add, so it's like, I'm like, what's happening? But how are you doing tonight?
I'm good. I'm good. It actually looks really different. I'm so confused.
Right? There's like things in the. Is it happening for you as well?
Yeah.
So sorry, it took me a while to figure out how to even get you on here, but welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay,
Downtown, don't waste no time with negativity. I just want to say, first of all, thank you so much for joining tonight and just being open to sharing your journey and story, because I don't feel like I got to see a lot of like interviews where you really just get your shit off. So I'm really excited to have a conversation with you tonight. Now, first things first, I just want to let you know that this is a safe space, and I like to let all my guests know that. So I'm here with you, and all of our guests know that. So this is a great environment to just be real as well as being positive. Now, a question that I usually save till a little bit later, but I'll ask you now.
Yeah.
What is a time, Romeyo, where you feel like it was negative? It was definitely something where it was no question about it, but somehow, some way, you found a way to like overcome. You might have even surprised yourself and not waste any time with negativity.
I think it had to be at my show at the Phoenix.
What happened?
Oh my goodness. So like, me and my cousin, we sold out a bunch of tickets, and then like I flew my dad out from LA. Right. So it's his first time ever seeing me perform, and I was like, yo, like, we sold so much tickets. I'm so excited. And then like he got there at like right on time, and he called me. He's like, 'cause I was in the back. He's like, yo, son, no one's here. I'm like, what you mean that no one's here? Just like there's no lineup outside, and like it's just me out here with like 3 people. So like my heart was racing behind the scenes because I had so much going. I had so much planned for the night. I'm like, yo, did everyone just flop because the weather was bad? Like I'm so confused. And then like he's like, it's okay, son. Trying to give me like a pep talk, and I was like, shitting myself. And then like 30 minutes later, it just like boom, like everyone just came in.
Are you still able to see me? I'm like so upset that this happened right now. For whatever reason, my ring light has been like full out, timing out. So I don't want to interrupt the story. So you finish. I probably look hella like weird to everyone, and then I'll get it fixed after.
No worries. Yeah, so basically at 30 minutes later, like everyone started coming in late, and I was just like, yo, I was so scared. And he was like, you almost flew me all the way out here for an empty show, son. And I was like,
oh my God. What is your background, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm Trini and Cameroonian.
Sick. Okay, because I was gonna be like, Caribbean parents, they really don't play that. Like, you have them coming out to do all of this, and they're just like, what is happening? What is going on?
He was so confused, but it all played out right. It was sold out, so I was happy.
That's amazing. Oh my God. And I'm so sorry. Like, out of all the times this has happened,
no worries.
I swear to God.
No worries.
And I probably look like a ghost to everyone. So, well, I don't know what's happening tonight. That's very weird. I'm going to turn on my regular light. It's not going to be what I want, but just give me a brief moment, everyone, and I'll be right back.
Got you.
But in the meantime, I am going to let Freaky Girl just set the vibe so that, you know, because I do love that song. Or do you have a song that you wanted to play instead?
You can play Freaky Girl.
Okay, give me one moment. This is crazy. I'm here, Romeo.
No worries, I see.
All right. If it happens again, then that's so weird. That was so
That's my
weird.
boy Reggie Beckton in the building.
Shout out to everyone joining. That was so weird, but everything happens for a reason. Now, that is crazy because I'm thinking about, like, sometimes when I get to speak with people and they share the fact of that moment of their parents finally getting to see them, like, in their element and understanding, like, what they've been working so hard on, because sometimes there is that, like, generational gap. And to have that happen, like, what were your emotions, you know,
Like
after that? Or, like, what are some lessons that you could say probably you've learned after that situation?
like after that situation, like never be too confident because I was like,
Jeez.
my brain was like, yo, we sold this out. I don't care. Like I see all the money for the ticket, blah blah blah. But like that doesn't mean anything if no one actually shows up. You know what I mean? So like it's just like kind of like humble yourself, even if you kind of have an idea of how it's gonna end. Just like play it cool and don't like don't
It's
get
true. And like there's those stories as well. I remember a couple of months ago when I got to interview with Vito, and this is before like You Got It is doing as amazing as it is now. And it was like, it was just that moment of like you're going to places and maybe not everyone's showing up, but you have to perform as if there's like 10,000 people or
Yeah,
10 people in the crowd. And that's what separates like the all-stars.
for real, definitely.
So yes, that is. Whew, I definitely, the nerves would have gotten the best of me, and I would have been so nervous. But you definitely did not waste any time with negativity. You overcame, and look at where you are now. So
Yes,
a beautiful space to be in, and it makes you, in a sense, more grateful.
definitely.
Moving on, right now, when it comes to just yourself as like a Black man, you're coming up and just being a part of the R&B space, because people love to do comparisons, or you have people that you may look up to. How did you like determine Romeo Wilson? How did you come up with that? Humor me, because I know you've probably been asked that millions of times, but just like, what was that journey for you? Like, how did that come about?
Like when I was like growing up, the music I listened to, like my favorite artists, it was like Omarion, like Chris Brown, Usher, and like Mario. So like
Yeah.
at those times, like the music that they made was very like polished, and like you couldn't be on TV unless you had like artist development, and you couldn't be like you had to be like on your shit. So like coming up from that type of music, it really like pivoted me into like, okay, I love R&B music, but like I don't want to do it like how everyone else is doing it. You know what I mean? And I just go back into like what I used to listen to, and I'm just like, yo, like this stuff is a vibe. Like it's
It
like
is.
so soothing and so like so relatable, and it's just like it's timeless.
Facts.
So
Definitely timeless. And it's weird, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like this era, this 2021 vibe that I'm getting, I see a lot of like that energy, whether it's
mhm.
with hip hop or R&B, that's like coming back into present day music. And it's
Right.
a beautiful space to be in, especially for like someone like people like us, where we're in that age group of coming up with Usher, Mario, all those timeless records, where is a feeling like no matter what age you're gonna play those records. So is that a lot of pressure on you to feel like you, I didn't get one, I gotta get one that's like that, I gotta have it, you remind me, I gotta like, does that, I guess, conflict with your writing process a lot, or your creating process?
Not really. To be honest, when I'm working on stuff, I try not to make it sound too commercial, if that sounds,
Mm,
because like everyone's always trying to tell me like, oh, make it sound like this, make it sound, and I feel like that's just like what you want to hear. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to go outside of the norm for it to be a hit. You know what I mean? Or to be my sound. So like I'm kind of just like if I like the melodies, I want to go with it. It doesn't have to be like radio ready. It doesn't have to be like super pop. But like as long as I feel like it speaks about what I'm how I'm feeling, or like how I can like my style, I feel like it works for me. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people didn't. I made Freaky Girl in 2018,
Jeez, those
so
ones.
like it's been held because people are like, the song is too slow and it's not gonna be on the radio and blah blah blah. And I was just like, honestly, like move for me. And I put it out and it's doing really well on Spotify and Apple Music.
Yeah. And are like people like Russ, shout outs to Russ. I love seeing stories like yours or his where it's just like those records or those tracks you've had and it's just cooking and marinating and you never know when a fan or that fan base is going to connect from that track 2-3 years ago, and while you're like, yes, I have this new shit now, that's the track that's charting, that's the track that people are connecting and loving. Can you speak on that like moment for you or what that is like? Because while you do have newer tracks, I'm assuming that it's older tracks maybe that people are like, but I love this record, this is one of my favorite tracks, this is how I see you, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
How do you deal with that?
Um, it's a good question because like I deal with it a lot because people are always like, "Yo, my favorite song is," and it's like a song from like 2016, and I'm just like you didn't hear like anything new, like
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you didn't hear nothing new, but it's just like I realize like there's an audience for everything you make, right? So some people may like when I sing Afrobeat songs, some people may like it when I'm singing straight R&B. You know what I mean? I can never like be like, okay, I'm making this because you want it. How I feel in the moment, what I'm making, depending on when it comes out, that's a different story. But I usually like to go based on how I feel, not how other people perceive what I should put out.
That's really good. And the thing as well is like that's really important, I feel, in terms of like longevity as an artist and those people that like really want to last. Like when I see your music and the way like obviously that's one of the reasons like I reached out to you because I feel like while I do want to support like a lot of people from the city and things of that nature, I feel like a lot of people don't take it serious, and I hope other
Exactly.
people don't get offended, but like there's a way to do things. I see you have your look together, your voice, your sound together, you're like it's, and not even that, you have the talent to back it up, and those things are very important, especially when you want to like this is kind of weird, but I love listening to like 50s and 60s stations
Okay.
of like the music. Like I love old school music, and I think about it and I'm like, okay, to think how many artists were probably out those times, but there's
Oh,
only a certain like
uh-huh.
40-50 records that you hear play. Do you know what I mean? And when you
Yep.
think about it, like if you're, I get in my nerd bag a bit, but like when you're looking at your music and your art, you're just like, all right, I want to be one of those 50 that like in 2050 when niggas is playing music, like my
Yep.
music is still playing then, and
Yep.
my name still matters. Do you like think about those things a lot? I'm just trying to, I guess, pick your brain more as like an artist, because while you do have the voice and everything, I feel like there's so much more that maybe you don't get to say in your music.
I feel like I think I have like a couple, but I feel
Yeah.
like it depends on like the relevancy of the artist going
Mm,
further in their career. I feel
right.
like someone like Drake, who's consistently growing and elevating, will
Yeah.
always have hits that play 30, 40 years later. You know what I mean? But I feel like if you're not consistently growing as an artist, it doesn't give people the chance to look back and be like, oh my God, remember these did it as songs? Even though we love these, remember these ones?
Yeah.
So I feel like it's my job to be consistent and like on their necks to the point where it's like, yo, he's always putting out good stuff. Let's look back at his resume. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's where it comes from.
Seriously. No,
Yeah.
you go ahead. You can finish.
Yeah.
This is all about you. It's your time. It's your moment. Like you hog it all. It's all about you.
Yeah. So I just feel like if you're a consistent artist and like the feedback is always getting better and better each time you put out a record, I feel like eventually people will look back and be like, yo, this song was a low key hit. And
Yeah.
I feel like they're gonna do that for me for a lot of songs because they sleeping on me right now, but it's okay because soon that time's over. You know
You
what I
know,
mean?
listening to your collection of music, I was like, yeah, like how am I not like? So definitely, I feel like you're gonna get that a lot as the more and more people get to know you as an artist. What are one of the things that you feel like people miss a lot when it comes to you?
Um, before like before like this year and last year, I was very like private, so no one really knew anything about me.
Mm,
Right? A lot of people didn't even know I lived in Toronto. So
okay.
it was like it was too private to the point where people didn't have access to like my personality or anything. And I
Mm,
realized like, oh, I'm like, oh shit, like people think I'm something that I'm not because I don't speak on nothing. You know what I mean? So like my team and I came together and we're like, yo, I need to be more transparent because as much as it's a vulnerable thing to do, like people need to feel like they're connecting to you, just more than music. You know what I mean? So I've been doing a lot of soul searching and really like trying to figure out ways to speak about things without being like completely like sappy. You know what I mean? Or doing things where
right.
it's not like overdone. It's just like let me give you a little bit because you've given me so much.
Mm,
You know what I mean? So I've learned to be very transparent over the years, which has kind of helped me because people are understanding my story more, and everyone's more like, okay, so now we know your personality. Why don't people know you like this? Like, why is your music not as bigger than we
yeah.
think? People think the music is there, the image is there, like the personality is there. It's just the
Yeah.
audience needs to come through.
Definitely. Like I'm on the other side of the fence, but there was a moment I remember like looking at my social media and I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's all articles that I've written. There's no like really pictures. It's just all work." And I was like, "Oh shit, like people probably looking at this on the outside are like this girl mad boring. She doesn't have a like, you know what I mean?" And I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm just so caught up in work and the, making brand downtown world don't waste no time with negativity that I totally get what you mean because there's still you as the individual, but this is also your business and you as an artist. So it's just like getting so caught up in that you look and you're like, oh, people they don't really know that I like hot dogs, or they don't really know that just things that
yeah,
will help you be more humanistic. You
yeah,
know.
exactly, exactly.
So I definitely understand, and that is I guess going back to what you were saying earlier, where like artists would get that like whole development package and being able to, those are things that maybe they'd be like, oh, let's add this tidbit in there, or let's, were able, would you say you're doing it on your own, or do you have like a big team?
In terms of like the way I put out content,
Yeah.
it's just me and Hollywood CC. She might be in here, my assistant. Um,
Okay. Shout out to the assistants.
yeah, we
Yeah.
just be like brainstorming stuff and just kind of trying to figure out ways to execute stuff properly. Because like maybe like 4 years ago, before I met her, it's been like trial and error. It's just been like, oh, let me try this. Oh shit, let me try this. But now like everything's been more calculated to the
Yeah.
point where it's like, oh my gosh, this is how it is. Like this is
It's
how.
exciting.
Yeah, it's exciting because I know like what's happening in the behind the scenes
Yep.
while it's happening, and it's not just like
Yep.
I'm shooting for the stars and hoping. You know what I mean? It's more
No,
so.
you got it. It's yours. It's yours already. Like
Thank you.
don't
Appreciate it.
even try, because that is the exciting part too, and appreciate these moments as they'll tell people, because after this it's further than where you'd even imagine. But I
Exactly.
find I find that part so exciting to be like, oh, this is how it really works. Oh, this is what makes this happen. Oh, this is how this. Oh, okay, I'm coming.
Yup.
I'm coming. So how do you not like, because obviously you have to stay focused on writing, creating, being visually what people expect you to be as Romeo Wilson. Then there's also focusing on the business side and making sure things, so how do you make sure they don't like overlap, or you know when to tone down this kind of person and focus more on, okay, I gotta get into this bag to get songs like Freaky Girl or Black
Mhm.
Woman, or beautiful other tracks that you've definitely given us.
I feel like it's a bonus to have like a bunch of women in my team
Yes.
because
Yes, King.
it's amazing because they have so much knowledge that I'm like blown away by when they come with ideas. And then especially when I'm in meetings and stuff, I'm not really like a talker. Like so I don't really be in meetings speaking my mind because I don't know how to say stuff without coming off like rude. Especially if it's
Mm,
not going the way I plan it to be. but I'm not saying it from a negative space. It's just because like when you're so passionate about things, you just say it like how it comes to your brain.
Yeah.
And like my assistant will be like, okay, like, I know you're trying to say, but like let me word this better before you
Yeah.
you insult these people. And it's like
Yeah.
I'm cool with that because like I'm all about learning and I'm all about growing as an artist.
Exactly.
So like
Exactly.
if she can translate my passion into professionalism, it's so much better. Like it's
I
so
love
much
that. That
better.
should be on a card. If you can transfer my passion into professionalism, I feel you though.
Yes.
I'm definitely guilty of that. So it helps to have people around that can be like, okay, this is, you know, per my last email, like this is how you
Exactly.
gotta this is how you gotta give it on.
For real, exactly. So that's how I've been operating, and it's been working perfectly. And everyone I work with is very happy to work with me because, yeah, it's a smooth sail.
That's amazing. So would you say you have like a lot of tracks in the stash right now that like as you were kind of mentioning earlier, you know the rollout game and you're like ready to go? Or are you still kind of like I'm trying to like pull like do you have a project coming?
Um, I have music coming out. I'm actually working on something for the ladies. It's like more of a bedroom vibe, so a little bit something more
Okay.
sexy. You know,
Okay.
this is exclusive. No one knows this yet, but now I'm
Thank
gonna share
you.
it in the interview. Yeah. So I've been
That's
working on something
amazing.
for the ladies, so a little bit sexier vibe for them.
Sexier than Freaky Girl because I have that on repeat. I love it.
Yeah, it's like some real bedroom baby making music.
Like Luther baby making, or are we talking like Teddy Pendergrass? Like
I'm thinking like like sex you back to sleep, Chris Brown type stuff.
okay, okay.
Like Tank
Oh,
type.
okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm very excited to hear what you have coming. What I've always wanted to ask like R&B artists, because while I can openly say as a female, shout out to all my females in here showing love, I see you queens. What is like the mindset a guy like I want to say a guy because we're talking to Romeo tonight. What is the mindset that you kind of like have to get into to write a song like I'm gonna obviously keep speaking about the news record, which is like Freaky Girl, or you have tracks like Birthday, or like just tracks where
Okay,
you know,
okay. Did your
you're getting
research?
into your,
Okay.
you're getting into your bag. Like obviously, like I don't picture someone just having intercourse and oh, like I'm gonna go write
Yeah.
this down. Like, so what is that like for you? How do you get in that zone? Are you lighting candles? Like, what is the vibes like?
Um, honestly, like the right songs like Freaky Girl, it's I gotta be in a space where I'm like not like I have to be in a space where I'm not in an emotional situation where I feel like I want to be in a relationship or I'm in this situation where I want to be talking about my trust issues. I have to be in a space where I'm just like straight
Mm,
get into the mood. You know what I mean? I can't be distracted
yeah,
by other emotions because
I didn't even think about that.
when I
Yeah.
make sexual records, I don't want to be like conflicted between like a song where I'm talking about relationships. I just want to get straight to the point. You know what I mean? So
Would
like
you say? No, you go ahead.
making a sex record is not like how everyone imagines. Like I just bang 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 like on the studio. It's not like that. It's more so like
Yeah.
it's more so reminiscing on like good moments. You know what I mean? Like if I'm messing with a girl in the past, I'll be like, yo, that was a really good time. Like I'm gonna put this in because now it doesn't like it's not like targeting someone that I used to mess with. Like it's not like, oh, I messed with her last
You're
weekend.
safe
She
with
knows.
me. Don't worry. I go get you. Say no names. Like we all
Yeah, it's like
grown.
I don't want to do something with a person that I did like last whatever, and then this new song comes out is very relatable to the situation.
Yeah, I
I don't
see what
want
you're
them to be
saying.
like, oh, this nigga is talking about this. I want it to be like the last girl, you know what I mean, or last
Mm.
experience, where it's like
Does that matter though?
I
If
feel
it's
like
like,
this out of respect.
so is that safe to say a rule that you have? Like, if any girls
Yeah.
listen to your music and they're with you right now, don't worry, shorty. The last two songs were not of
Yes.
you, but
I
maybe the
don't want.
next two.
Yeah. If you're around long enough, the next couple will be about you, but you know, like, but no, like, I
I
just don't. It's like the same. Like, I don't like kissing and telling.
no,
Like, no
I
one to kiss
respect
and tell.
that. But I love the fact that you like compartmentalize trust issues versus like relation, because I to me, like, well, no, I don't think, because Mary has breakup songs, heartbreak. Yeah, so I never thought that you would have to be like in a completely different zone to be like, fuck what I said. It don't, that kind of bag to be like, you know, I'm not a singer, of course, but you know,
It's because like when I make a song, I'm not like I don't write it right away. So like if my mind is in a certain space, as soon as I hear the instrumental, I'm gonna sing about what my brain is thinking about.
okay.
So if I'm like, yo, they did me dirty a couple months ago, I'm gonna sing about, yo, people ain't shit. You know what I mean? But like if I'm
Yeah.
in a mood where like, yo, like I remember that time when I had that experience with that girl, and then I'll sing about that right away.
Yeah.
Because I just be
So,
freestyling and putting words together.
so when you think about like tracks like Black Woman, you know,
Black Queen.
my apologies. You
Oh,
know, I'm gonna be very real and honest. Shout outs to my girl Marley Unknown. She's literally dropping a track called like Black Woman, I think
okay,
very
okay.
soon. But I've had the privilege of hearing it already. And please forgive me, Black Queen, Black
No
Queen,
worries.
Black Queen, because you
No
have a
worries.
track Black Queen, she has Black Queen, but definitely like much respect. So Black Queen, you know,
Mhm.
it's quite obvious to me, okay, you're a black guy, black thing is popping, like you create that song. But what truly inspired you? Like if you can just be like a little bit transparent with me, what truly like helped you to create that song or inspired you to want to do that other than those things that I've kind of listed?
To be honest, like when I was creating that song, it was more so like paying homage, right? Because like I never put this song out, but like maybe like 3, 4 months before I made that song, I made a song with my grandma, right? But it was more on the gospel side, so I wasn't gonna like just throw out a whole gospel record and like months later, Freaky Girls out. But
Yes, you gotta mix it up.
but I made
Yeah.
it with my grandma, like, and she really loved it. So I was like, yo, this song is so nice, but like I can't put it out because it's like a total like flip from what I do, and it's kind of contradicting. But it was a moment between me and her, you know what I mean? So when I made that, I realized like how happy it made her, and I was like, yo, I need to do a song where my mom and my grandma could be like, yo, like
This
this
is
is the next song. So I made that song, and then I told my assistant like, yo, this has to be the next song that comes out because I feel like people may not understand my story and how close I am with my mother and my grandma. So I need to like show them a different side of me. You know what I mean? So they understand like where I'm coming from and why I'm so like I'm a mama's boy. You know, so like I can't be a mama's boy
uh-oh.
without a song about women. You know what I mean? And I've always been a positive like
Yeah.
role model in terms of like women, but I feel like I have to do the extra step, you know. So I had to put her in the music video. I had to do the most.
It's
So when
beautiful.
I made that song, I had her sit down and listen to it. She's like, I like it. And then once I seen like her smile, I knew like, yeah, this
It
has to
was
come out.
real.
Yeah, this has to come out.
That's beautiful. And that's, I could tell just by the way you're speaking on it, your voice got a little bit more like that was a real moment for you. So thank you for sharing that with me.
No problem.
I RIP to my grandmas. I know how I always tell like my nieces and nephews like that relationship right there,
Mm-hmm.
like with your grandmother, cherish that. With your grandparents, cherish that because
Yeah.
that is like a connection I can't even like describe. So I know you could probably relate to that to be like, yeah, like people that I've learned like the most game from and the most knowledge in life, I would say are like the seniors and the older people in my life. So shout outs to you. Now also shout outs to our black queens because obviously I'm a black queen. I love my black queens. I love to support us, what we do. Like we're the backbone of so much in society, in the world, and life. You
Let's
know,
talk about it. Let's talk about it. Yes,
right?
sir.
And I just feel like a lot of the times, men find it very like their egos very much in the way of just being real and vulnerable about that black women do for society. You know, so did you receive any backlash when it came to showing that love to black women in particular, even like with your fan base where people like, oh, what about all women? Was there anything like that? Because to me it's not like you're discriminating or anything. You're just showing like, you know, love to obviously what you come from.
Yeah, exactly. Nah, I never got no backlash. I feel like maybe if I dropped it in a different time, there may be people brave enough to get backlash.
Yeah.
But I feel like with all the stuff that's happening right now, I feel like you're ignorant to even like come at me about what I'm happy or what I'm proud of, especially in a time of unity and all the stuff that we're trying to go through and overcome. Um, Only thing I realized what kind of was like kind of shady was like kind of the responses I was getting like on like blogs, like
Were
about
they in the
about
States or Canada?
both,
Mm.
like about covering it, mostly Canada though,
Wow.
about covering it, and I was just like they were coming at me with some crazy like, oh, the beat is kind of off, oh, it's this, oh, it's, and I was just like, okay,
Yeah.
I see what's going on here, you know what I mean? And it's crazy because I put out a song called Black Queen,
Yeah.
and like I'm getting like from like very slim to no coverage
Yeah.
on this song, and I put out Freaky Girl, and it's getting 100K in
All the
less than a
time.
week.
All the
In less
time.
than a week, I was just like, I looked at my
You
assistant, I'm like,
see it. Yeah.
something is wrong, and it's like it's so blatant, but it's just
Society,
like,
like people.
I'm like, yo, something
Yeah.
is wrong, but like,
Yeah.
it doesn't change the fact that I'm aware of it. You know what I mean? I'm just like, yo, I had a moment with my assistant, and I was like, yo, did you see? We got like barely any placements on Spotify,
Yeah.
anything. As soon as Freaky Girl dropped, 100,000 streams in the first week.
Yeah. And it's frustrating because while you feel like people are saying, "Oh no, we want this," but the numbers in the stream show differently.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know, but hey, my assistant knows. Hollywood CC's in the live right now. She knows I'm not capping.
Big up yourself. But you know, honestly, I'll say like it definitely is frustrating, but when you find that perfect like double dutch, you know, kind of combination, like you said, you had that track come out with your grandma, then you did Black Queen, then you like, you know, once you find your rhythm and how to kind of filter it out, it's a beautiful sweet spot to be in.
But I've
Now I
always,
do. Hmm?
sorry, I've always
No,
been
you
a,
go ahead.
I've always been a do what I want type of person. You know what I mean? So like,
With
even
everything.
with everything. So like, even when people are like, oh, we should go this way instead of this way. No, put out Black Queen. No, put out this song. Like my sister knows I'm stubborn, but it's because I'm passionate and I'm not a sellout. You know what I mean? I believe what I believe, and I'm gonna stand on it, and that's how I am. So.
So would you say, because a lot of there's okay, when you look at the business side of the music industry, right? And I am respectful of your time. I know it's kind of
No
at a
worries.
time where I'm having a really great time speaking with
No
you.
worries. No worries.
Okay, so let me know if you have to. I'm respectful of your time. So, but I'm having a great time. I hope you are
We
as
can
well.
keep going. We can keep going. Yeah, I'm having a good time.
Okay, so when you think of like the music industry side of things, and you know, there's some management situations where they're like, listen, you need to pull up, sing, record, and don't worry about nothing else. Like, I'm the manager, you're the artist, deal with this. You seem more like the opposite side where you're more hands on and you're creating like it's a whole team effort, it's a whole experience together. Just in terms of like when you think of situations with like how Meg Thee Stallion had a 1501 and things of that nature, like what do you make of that, and how do you feel like there's too far for an artist like to be intertwined with their business aspect of things that can like take their creativity, or like how do you feel about just that whole side of things?
I like to be in the loop as much as possible because I don't want to ever get like finessed in any way because by being oblivious. Like I like knowing the business and being like and being on my own and grinding on my team for so long without no like real management or any type of label like situation. It kind of really opened my brain to like stuff that people would encounter with that would not know how to handle it. Like it really taught me how to be strong and like resilient in a sense, you know what I mean? So knowing both sides is like important to me because I know like what I've already done. And like someone coming into the picture may not know what I've already done. And if I'm not able to speak on that and like show them what I've done, we'll be repeating ourselves and I'll be doing the same thing over and over again. And like another thing is when you're an R&B singer and people come into the picture, they automatically think that you're like a for sure thing.
Yeah.
If I put my hands on you, it's a for sure thing. You're gonna be gone. We're gonna blow you up. Blah blah blah. And they come with their ideas to like, hey, sing an up tempo song and do this and da da da. And I'm looking at them like, this is why I control how I do my music, because people will come in here and try to turn the direction of where I want to go. You know what I mean? So me being like on my shit is kind of annoying to some people that are industry, because they're like, yo, he should just focus on being an artist. No, because I came too far to let someone steer me in a different direction than what I planned to be. So I like knowing both, because I'm stubborn, but I feel like what I know from experience is going to help me grow past like where I'm at now.
Facts. And I feel like that's a huge part. Like you're giving a lot of carrot downtown. We say eat fruit and mind your business. So you know in rap how there's bars. I say you give a lot of fruit. So tonight you are giving a lot of fruit, and I appreciate it, because I know there's a lot of artists that we all can learn, we all can, you know, grow. And that experience is what separates, you know. I feel like sometimes whatever aspect people may be in the business, that they feel like, oh, just because I'm this means I could do this, or just because I have that title, I could tell you this, or I run this. And I agree with you. It doesn't work like that. Like the experience, like there's no way. Those are my favorite people to be around, because there's no way I'm gonna let someone that has never done anything of what I'm doing before tell me anything. And that's why even a lot of the times,
Exactly.
a lot of the times in my position, it gets so lonely, because there's not a lot of Black women that I can really turn to, especially on the Canadian side, to be like, oh, how is it building your own media network and et cetera, et cetera. But over time, like, you just build your team, and God bless the times that you could find those people that you can trust and see the vision and respect what you have to say, and you guys work in a like cohesive manner to bring together like a beautiful end result.
Exactly. That's the blessing. When you can find something like, honestly, like my assistant is like a gift from heaven. Like I promise you, like
It's
she
important.
came all the way from LA to the show that I was talking about with my dad.
Yeah, you see? Oh my God.
She flew all the way out to my show, the same one I thought I was gonna be like a flop. And like she came through, she saw everything, and then just her taking that initiative was like, yo, it really spoke volumes to me. And like you're really committed with working with me. So I was just like, yo, we definitely gotta stay connected. And then from there on, we've just been like this, like since then.
So yeah, as a nerd that I'm always studying like stuff in the music industry, I love seeing like those partnerships build out. Like you look at Justin Bieber with his manager, or like Tory Lanez with like Sasha. Like there's certain like partnerships you hear, and when you see those two people connect, that's when you see things really start changing for that artist or that like group. So it's beautiful, and your time, it's here, it's arrived, and it's just going to continue to grow. So it's exciting to just watch the rise and the build. Now, another staple question that we do ask here downtown, don't waste no time with negativity, is we have the 4 elements. You have earth, wind, fire, and water. Romeo, which element do you represent or resonates with you the most? And I'd like a detailed answer as to why.
I would say like fire, maybe.
Okay.
I say
There's no
fire.
right or wrong answer.
Cause like I'm not really like a tempered or hot-headed person. Like I'm super chill. Like I'm a Leo, so like when my people know me, but like I'm like a quiet Leo.
An August Leo?
Nah, July.
July. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a Leo, so people expect me to be super like pop off, you know, really energetic and stuff. And like I don't know, I probably have anxiety of some sort like when I go out places, because I'm like the opposite. You know what I mean? But like when I'm passionate about something, like there's so much fire like in my brain, in my blood, in my heart, and it's just like I'm very like impulsive. I feel like when I have an idea, I feel like if I thought it, it should be brought to life. So that's how I feel like I am. Like I'm a flame. Like he's a growing flame. Exactly. I'm a growing flame.
Do you like wake up in the middle of like 3 o'clock just randomly in the night? You're like, got this idea.
Yeah, like if I'm like I usually go to bed late because I don't want to like sleep away too much of my day.
Thanks.
You know what I mean? So I wake up at like 8:30 in the morning, and I'll go to bed at like 2:30 in the night, 3 in the morning. just so I can like, okay, I have this idea. Like, okay, I have this idea. And now I realize like my ideas can be executed tomorrow. So now I really have to like plan and be like, hey, in 3 months, I want to do this. You know what I mean? I want to do this. I want to do this.
Yeah, yeah.
So like my assistant will be like, yo, chill. We can't just put out this tomorrow. But yeah.
No, seriously, but that's real, and that just goes to show how much hunger and how serious you are really about your craft. Because like, same way, like I'm mad tired, but for whatever reason, when it comes to like anytime by 6:15, like I'm up in the morning, like I can't sleep, like I gotta start doing stuff, I gotta start sending emails, like because you never like, especially with what we're doing, you never know what the day brings. You never know what email ping is, an email you've been waiting for. You never know, like you just never know. So
Exactly.
you gotta keep on point and prepared at all times.
No cap, no cap.
All times. Now, if you don't mind, there are some questions that have popped up into the question box.
Mm-hmm.
I will not put you in a position to answer something that I feel is like inappropriate, but are you okay with maybe answering like one or two of the questions in the question box?
I got you.
You have such a chill personality. Did you take an edible or something? What's
No,
happening?
I don't smoke or drink. I'm chilling.
I'm joking with you. But that's
I'm
good
chilling.
to know for those who didn't know.
Yeah, for those that didn't know, I don't smoke or drink.
Okay,
I just be
so
chilling.
you're
I just drink water. I
not
just eat
wasting
fruit
my
and mind my
time,
business.
okay?
I just eat fruit and mind my business.
Hey. All right. Well, this is a good question. I don't think we asked, and we are both from the city, Toronto influence. So let's get this. Can you see the question?
Yeah, it's smaller now. Holy smokes.
Right? Okay. Like, I'm not tripping. The whole thing is different. Okay. So do you find it hard to break out in the R&B in Toronto? And I'll tie that in with just being from the city in general. You know, that conversation we always have. People complain, oh, there's no opportunities, or I'm not, getting this, or I'm not getting that opportunity. Shout out to Adriel Smiley. Like, so what do you say to that?
I feel like it's kind of like, it's annoying to have to hear this, but it's like sometimes when there's not a lane or there's not an outlet to get a break in Toronto, like an R&B in Toronto, it's kind of like that just means that there's a spot that has to be fulfilled.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like sometimes when people say, yeah, there's nothing here for us, no, it's just like you have to be the first to conquer that so that it's a thing. You know what I mean? So as much as people say like, oh, these outlets don't do R&B that much, as soon as I'm out of here and I'm the most popping thing since shoestrings, there will be an outlet. There will be an outlet for R&B in Toronto, and I'll be the person that paved that way, which I'll be grateful to do. And obviously platforms like you guys do your job, so
thank you.
It's not that hard for us.
No, it's facts. And it's the same thing. Like, I was sitting here like, am I going to be tripping looking at, shout outs to all the blogs, Toronto rappers, Six Buzz, all the Toronto blogs, but I sat around and I'm like, okay, there's no Black people or Black women running or behind these things, and it just feels like a huge balls fest. It's very misogynistic. And I just like you're speaking on, creating that table, and just, yes, it's nerve-wracking, yes, palms are sweaty a lot of the times, a lot of the places, but somebody had to take the first steps for us to even be where we are today.
Exactly.
So that's why I tell myself. And then just to piggyback on that, Romeo, for maybe those artists right now, because we didn't really speak on it, but like with the pandemic, for those that may be feeling like defeated right now, even times that you maybe feel defeated throughout this season, what are maybe some encouraging like fruit that you could share that helped carry you through
these times? All right. So
because it's unexpected. We've never been through it in our entire life, so don't front on me.
Definitely.
Because none of us had the answers. You know what I mean?
Definitely. No one knows this, but like, okay, like throughout like the quarantine, there was a point where I gained so much weight, and like I posted about it, and I lost all of it because I was like, yo, I was like, thank you. I was like super not. I was like super not motivated because I couldn't do shows, and I kept convincing myself like, oh my God, shows is the most important thing as an artist, and if I can't do it, like I can't be a full artist, blah 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 blah. Started gaining weight. I realized I was like talking weird craziness. Started eating better, lost weight, and then like I started because when I put up music, I can't just put up music whenever I make it. So I'm like seeing music being piled up, piled up, piled up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm gonna lose my mind if I keep making songs.
Yeah.
So
just to clarify, are you saying that you hate like having records and just seeing them like sitting there?
yeah, just sitting there. So I was like, okay,
Okay.
like now my brain's hurting me because I feel like I'm making the same type of song over and over again.
Yeah.
So then I got on my YouTube channel, I started vlogging my days, and people were like, oh my God, like I love this. Because they started seeing more personality. I started pranking some people, just doing some stuff to let the time pass. And then when I got like over that, because like my brain is
I
always
see the
going.
grandma one. I was like, why did you do that to her? Poor little granny.
My YouTube channel is not for the weak, and she's strong, so like I have to put her on it. Um, but after I got like over the YouTube stuff and like vlogging, on my ones, like I went to the dollar store and I got like some big board, and I literally made a board
Shout
game.
outs to the dollar store though. If Dollarama was the real MVP through like no, don't front.
Definitely.
Shout outs to Dollar Tree, Dollarama, big ups on
Definitely.
themselves.
Definitely. I went there, I bought the biggest board I could find, and like I made a board game.
Dope.
So I was like doing things to keep my mind creatively busy until I realized like, yo, I'm doing photo shoots again. I'm doing video shoots again. And then I felt like, okay. So you just gotta do stuff to like keep your creativity flowing. Like it sounds as crazy as it sounds, like I made a board game. Like
it doesn't. Like I love that. Like people need to know these things.
But yeah, just keep yourself occupied and like don't let these times bring you down because bro, tomorrow I could all be open again.
What was okay? So we're not gonna gloss over that. What was your game about? Like, what was the goal of the game?
All right, so the game was called "Are You Mod?" Right? Don't judge me. All right, so basically it was like a high tech version of "Would You Rather," right?
Sick.
No one copyright my shit because it's not copyrighted. But it was like a technical game.
I'm joking. I got you.
It was like a high tech "Would You Rather," but it was like I made the cards, so like it said, "Would you rather do this or do this?" Right? And whatever one you picked, you had to like try to shoot a ball into a cup, and if you miss, you had to do that. Would you rather?
Oh my gosh, I love that. I want to play.
Yeah, I put it in the garage for now.
Why? The guy's like, I'm done with you now. The world is slowly opening back up.
Yeah, like I'm done with the board game. The world's opening. I'm back into real life. So.
But I love that because I thought I was like one of the few only ones where it's just like during quarantine, see everybody like going crazy and no diss to y'all. Like I'm really not an outside person. I'm home all day, every day. Like even now I'd be like, oh my gosh, I haven't been outside since Sunday. I should probably go outside. Like, it's like I be inside the house. So no, that game is so fun. If you can add like a digital aspect to that,
right?
I see.
I see dollar signs. I see dollar signs. Are you mod?
I see. You know what?
Hey. And the reason why the name came about is because like the questions are so crazy. It's like, are you mod? I'm not doing that. That's why it came like that.
Can you? Okay, no. You know what? I really feel like this is a good idea. I don't want people to take it. So, because I was gonna ask you, do you want to share one of your questions? But we do have a "Would You Rather" section in here, so I'm excited now to play it with you because you are about that life.
I'm a pro at it. I'm a pro.
Okay, now, if you look at my personal page, like I too can relate. But the thing is, you lost the weight. I didn't. Like a bitch just keeps eating. I love food. I just like it's I've accepted it. I haven't had to go outside fully yet. So
what's your favorite food? What's your favorite food?
Oxtail rice and peas, macaroni salad. I
feel you.
A cola. I'm not done though. And a cola champagne. Let's get it.
Okay.
What is yours?
I'm basic.
Mine's like basic. That's okay.
Mine's like just spaghetti, You know,
That is, what
spaghetti,
kind
some
of
garlic
spaghetti?
bread.
Like regular red sauce?
Like, well, I'm like a low key a chef, but um,
Listen, we're gonna.
nah, like I like spaghetti with like garlic parmesan, like and meat sauce.
I love that. So yeah, like if you look on my personal page, you know that I love my food.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we weren't really outside, and my friends know that's how I show my love. I love to cook for my friends and loved ones around me.
Okay,
So
okay.
yes, but I want to know from you, Mister, what did you eat today? And we need the real. I need description. You need to
All right.
take me there.
What did I eat today?
Yes.
In the morning, I had a bagel with cream
What kind
cheese.
of bagel?
Everything bagel with cream cheese.
You know, so okay.
And then at lunch, I didn't have anything for lunch, but I had like a popsicle because I only eat twice a day. You know.
Okay, are you doing like intermittent fasting or?
Yeah, I just more so like lifestyle change. I feel like, especially during these times, like when you don't have to do certain things like all day, you shouldn't need to eat like boo boo.
Nice.
You know what I mean? So I feel like I cut it out. I cut one meal out and I just add like a snack instead.
That's
But
enough.
for dinner, I just had like barbecue chicken, rice, and broccoli. Yeah.
Yummy. Okay, you're eating nice and healthy. Good job. Good job.
Yeah.
That is my unofficial way of just checking in with my guests and making sure that like you're good, you're eating, and you're remembering you. So that's very good.
They want to know where your lip gloss is from, your lipstick.
Oh, thank you. Shout outs to Vita, Vivid by Vita. That is your Instagram name, Vivid by Vita. And like literally, shout out our Black Queens. Stream
Hey.
that. And she definitely has all the things. All of the things. She has me looking right. So thank you. And be sure to hit her up and be like, Downtown World sent you over. She's dope. Honestly, when it comes to the everything bagel, I want to ask you, this is so random. I am random. But is it just me, or does it taste like there's like an onion, there's like cut up onion in it? Like it gives it, like there's just more flavor, and I don't
Yeah.
think it's the seeds.
I don't think it's a seed. I think there's something on the bun.
You know what
Maybe
I'm saying?
like there's something like I don't know. It even feels like more like I don't know, greasier for some reason. It
It's
must be
hitting.
something on the bun, but it hits though.
It hits. It hits like
It is.
I'm so random, like as if it's gonna be the world's most serious question. Like, no, I want to clarify that. Okay, so now we have a little fun questions.
Right.
Yes, we have a little fun questions that I just kind of want to pick your brain and see. So should I start like, you say you're about that life? Are you mod? Okay.
Let's go. Are you mod? Stop.
Or you want to work your way up this ladder?
I feel like we should go. Are you mod style?
All right, I'm gonna start off with one of my favorite ones.
Right.
If you watch the show, you already know. But would you rather cut off both of your thumbs, okay, or a baby's foot?
Or what? My thumbs?
Your thumbs, both of your thumbs, or a baby's foot?
My thumbs.
Are you just saying that?
Nah, like I have this. I'm like when it comes to kids, like nah, nah.
Okay.
My thumb gotta go.
You don't know the baby for Nova. You don't know the baby. Okay.
It's all good. That baby better love me.
I just saved your leg, little homie.
All right. Exactly. No curve.
Yes. Okay. Well, I'm gonna let you know and keep it real. 97% of my guests and the audience say chop off that baby's foot, including me.
Crazy.
Including me. I'm not gonna front on you because try to hold something right now with just 4 of your thumbs. Just 4 of your thumbs.
I gotta get a girlfriend then to hold something for me, because if I'm sacrificing my thumbs for a baby, I better have a girlfriend holding my ring.
That is the first time I got that answer. I'm dying. Okay, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Because shout out to Cass, my Hawaiian bae. She gave me one of my favorite answers as well. She's like, she agreed with you, and she's like, she's gonna get bionic thumbs.
Shout out to her. She's a real one.
I'm a real one. Listen.
You have chopped the baby's foot off.
The real people. Okay,
the baby was just
look cute the baby. For the public.
take a second. The baby was just eating fruit and minding his business, and now his foot is gone. His foot is gone. That's crazy. Poor little
Oh my
foot.
gosh. No, that is a
Baby
fact.
foot.
You got me. You got me with that one. My own thing. Okay. Next question. Would you rather have edible hair and it grows spaghetti every 24 hours every day?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Or when you sweat maple syrup?
I'd rather sweat maple syrup.
Why?
I don't know my hair. I don't know about my hair. I like spaghetti, but not that much.
Okay, so funny you bring up. Let's speak on your hair, right? Because I noticed you used to have another look. You had the dreads going on.
Mm-hmm.
All the looks are handsome. All the looks are looking amazing. So speak on that journey for you with your hair, because I feel like guys don't really, girls, we talk about our hair, our weaves, our lace, But like as a guy, like speak on that journey for you, because I love the fact that you play around with your look and your style. And is that something that like you've been mindful of, or is it just like, how girls will go through something and they cut their hair, they dye it blonde, as
Yeah.
people say?
No, I was just like, I was going through a little phase where I felt like people weren't acknowledging me for my music. They're just acknowledging me for like my appearance. And I was kind of like, maybe if I do something different how I look, then people will start listening more. You know what I mean? Because like it may sound crazy, but when I
Nothing
changed,
sounds
when I
crazy
got
to me.
when I got my hair when I got my hair dreaded, like people were in my DMs like, "Oh my God, your voice is so amazing." They weren't saying nothing about my new haircut. They weren't saying nothing about my lineup. Everything. They're like, "Your voice is so amazing." They weren't saying you're cute. They weren't saying nothing. They're just like, "Yo, your voice, your voice, your voice, your voice."
Yeah.
They weren't giving me no play. They weren't showing me no love. But hey, that's okay.
People are just the world is different. So I'm throwing in one here. Any virtual shows coming up? That is a good question.
I got some coming soon. Something that's never been done before.
Okay.
So I'll be sure to invite you to it. It's never
Thank
been
you.
done
You have
before.
me intrigued.
Yes. So I can't really speak on it too much. I already spoke about my board game, so I can't really speak on it. But yeah, something special is coming real soon.
Are you mad?
Are you mad?
Are you mad? Okay, let me throw one there, because my bad, guys. You guys have been shooting up the questions, and I want to be sure to give everyone kind of like a shot at it. Can you see what I'm pressing?
Yeah, I see.
Okay. I know it's after that. Oh, thank you. I didn't even see that. I thought it was like a long question to you.
No worries.
I didn't even see. Thank you, Queen. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Shout out Anita in the building.
But there is something in there for you as well. We love your music in Toronto. Okay.
Hey, okay. I love you too.
We spoke about your background a little bit, but is that something you're going to be like using to incorporate more in your music?
I used to do a lot of Afrobeat songs.
Or
like, and I kind of like was like tapping into like those type of styles for like up tempo music, because I wasn't really trying to do like up tempo hip hop. But I really feel the love for R&B, like the real R&B vibe. So maybe in the future I'll incorporate more Caribbean style. But right now I'm just in my bag with R&B.
I love it. I'm loving it all. Now, here's another fun question. I like weirdo questions like this a little bit more. Would you rather have telekinesis, which is the ability to move things with your mind, like Matilda, okay? Or I love that movie. Or telepathy, the ability to read minds.
I'm gonna eat fruit and mind my business, and I'll move things.
You have to do it.
I'm gonna move things. I don't want to read no one's mind, because I feel like if I read people's mind, I'll be nosy as shit. So I want to move things. I feel like that's better.
Okay, I'm curious though, what is one of the first things you're gonna move when you get these powers? Like, what are you gonna try and be like, yo, is this really working right now?
I feel like I'll try it like on a car or something.
You're gonna
like if I wanna park somewhere, I'll just be like, let me see if this works. Something like that. Something petty, you know?
No,
So
I love that. I'd be doing something weird like that. Like I want to pull up somewhere where there's lots of things. So I could be like,
yeah, let's go.
and even up to now, like if I watch Matilda, like I guarantee I'm gonna look at the spoon and just be like, just maybe it might be, it might be a possibility.
Would you read minds if you could? I feel like that's bare stress. I don't know.
You know,
It's a lot of stress.
I want to say yes, but at the same time, like I never thought about the way you're saying it, but I agree with that. But I do want to know to a certain degree, but I feel like I already don't like people. It's gonna make me not like people like even more.
10 times
like, oh,
more.
that's what you're on?
Facts.
Like that's what you're
Facts.
thinking?
Facts.
Because it's like, ugh, I know I can get deep, but it's like that weird complex of just being like you want while you want to know, but it's like, do you really want to know? Because then when you know everything, you realize you don't know nothing at all. Like
Exactly.
it gets deep.
Exactly.
I'm
I'm gonna stay away from all that.
Sorry?
I'm gonna stay away from all that energy.
I feel you. 100. Don't waste no time with negativity. That's what's happening.
Exactly.
Period. Now,
Period.
I love this question. Would you rather receive $500 million deposit one time, so one deposit of $500 million, or you cure world hunger and you are known for it?
So what's the amount of money?
$500 million one time.
Cure world hunger.
Okay. Why do you choose that?
Sorry, give me 1 second. Sorry.
Oh no.
I have this thing, like me and my team, we have a fundraiser called Doing What's Right.
Awesome.
And like I see people like in Toronto, like we asking for money and stuff. I don't do the give money stuff. I do the like, or you're hungry? Hold on, I'll be that. I'm gonna buy something for you. Like that's what I'm on. So like I don't like seeing people hungry. Like that's that's like so bad to me. That's like so low to see someone hungry and be like, no, I'm not giving you money for food. It's kind of like, whoa. So like I feel like people not starving is more important than me being rich, to be honest. Like that's a given. Like I don't want no one to starve, to be honest.
And I always say, like, I feel like when you cure world hunger and you're known for it, like wherever you go in the world, people are gonna bless you. Like you're gonna be so blessed everywhere you go because people are gonna be like, oh, like
I'm a God-fearing man, so hopefully like that'll clear all my, I'll give you the clear invite to heaven.
I feel you on that. Now, if you could travel like anywhere in the world, like say tomorrow, I know this wouldn't happen, but say tomorrow everything was blessed and like you don't have to worry about it, you can go anywhere in the world and eat anything you want. Where are you flying to and what are you eating?
I'll go to New Jersey.
Okay, what are you eating in Jersey?
I don't know. I'm just trying to see what's out there to eat. You know what I'm saying? I've never been there before, so I'll go to Jersey and see what I can get.
I went to Jersey one time.
How was it?
And I went to this restaurant. I loved it. They have a lot of restaurants out there because I was in Philly. So what I learned is the drive in between really isn't. It's like going downtown or something. The drive in between isn't really that hard. But let me ask you this: being from Brampton,
Mm-hmm.
I'm from Toronto. Obviously, you know what Brampton is, etc. But the world has, and the running joke is always, "Oh, Brampton, B-town, blah, 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 blah." And it's safe to say you are the king of R&B of Brampton, of Toronto. What would you say to those, like, just the ideas that people may have of Brampton to be like, oh, people from Brampton, they're waste youths or whatever. So far, you have definitely proven not to be a waste youth. You're great. You're amazing. But what do you have to say towards that? Or like, is that something that you like seriously do have to like explain to people when you meet up with them?
Nah, I feel like when you're grown, you just have a certain energy where people just respect you enough to like not even categorize you as a Brampton man. They're just like, yo, you're a man, you're a young man. So I don't even go for I don't be a part of the whole Brampton, Toronto politics of who's who and what's what. I just stand on my own and I prove who I am and I represent where I'm from with pride.
Facts. I love that.
I don't care what people say.
I love that. So you shared a lot with us tonight. I'm truly grateful for the conversation we've had. Like it was so like completely enjoyable, you guys. He's giving you artist perspective, keys, fruit, just things to really help us grow and develop, and just showing that personable side of you, which I really enjoy. Now, if there's any fruit that maybe we missed or you haven't got to share with everyone, what is some, when I say fruit, because I didn't really say it earlier, but obviously I'm speaking of in the physical sense, because it's good for you, it's good for your skin, it's good for a lot of reasons, and in a spiritual sense. So what is some fruit that you could possibly share with us tonight that maybe we didn't really get to converse about tonight?
Make sure to always like give the people around you the flowers that they deserve while you have a chance to. You probably always see me in my story, like posting my assistant saying how much I appreciate her and blase blase, my homies and stuff. Like that shit is real. Like I see them every day. I talk to them every day, but I still they don't know when I'm gonna post that, because it's just like sometimes I just wake up and it's like, yo, this is a blessing to have the people around me. And like sometimes you think they know, but they don't know. So do your job and remind people that you love them, because honestly, life is way too short. And you know, I'm not trying to have the situations where I said, man, I was gonna message this person yesterday and I didn't, and then an unfortunate event happened. So just always give roses to people that deserve them. So I'm giving you your roses right now for this amazing interview. I really appreciate you, because I never knew it would be this fun. I appreciate it.
Thank you. And out of all that, like, interviews, I swear to God, the ring light has never gone out. I'm like, what are you doing to my tech? What are you doing to my things? Okay.
Yeah, it's a new Instagram. It's a new Instagram. I'm trying to switch up the whole stuff.
Literally, but thank you for that, and vice versa, King. Like, definitely, it's downtown. You know, we love, while I love speaking with celebrities and, you know, people of like high stature, including yourself, I love peeling back the layers and just being able to have like real conversations like this. And just, you know, sometimes things just feel so gimmicky in a world where it's just like, I just want to see something real. I just want you to really tell me what you ate today. Really tell me how you feel. Don't give me like, you know, just
like politically correct answers. Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's definitely a breath of fresh air. And also as well, being born and raised from the city of Toronto myself as well, I'm not about to watch other platforms. You know, I want to see you guys on Sway, Hot 97, The Breakfast Club, all those places having, you know, glowing and growing up. But here in Toronto, we must show love to each other. And a lot of people talk about it, like we were speaking on earlier, but actually doing the things to create an ecosystem and work together to build each other up, you know? Why would I see what you have going on and not say, hey, let's get together? And why would you, you know, because there is that other side where like a lot of artists will be like, you know, they'll leave me on red or whatever the case is. And at first I used to take it personal, not anymore. Obviously I'm human, but it's just like, just saying that for the moment, and even people collaborating and working together, we have to stop being like that. Obviously guard your energy, protect your energy, move right, and be pure in the world. But if we're
It's
really
not always a competition.
exactly, and we have to like get rid of the ego. You know what I mean? There's plenty of times, I'm sure you can relate, that I did not know where the funds were coming from to pay for certain things for my website before people were purchasing, you know, merch. I did not, you know what direction to go, or you're feeling down or feeling like I just want to quit. I don't want to do it anymore. You know, we had those moments, and it's important to remember conversations like these. And like you said, just because you talk to your friends every day, I'm the same way, so I can totally relate. I'll still go on my ground and be like, I'll just see something, I'll post it up, I'll be like, you're doing your thing, because it costs me nothing to be real and to show you that I appreciate you.
Exactly.
Yeah. So before we end, I want you to, was there anything there, I love to just have this part at the end where, is there anything that you want to say? Doesn't have to be related, just anything that you want to get off your chest that you're like, this needs to be said, or you want to address anything that comes to the mind. It's your time, your mic, let it go.
Yes, thank you so much. Tonight at 12 a.m. I'll be on Vibe 105 premiering my new single. I'll be premiering my new single, Time Out, with Reggie Becton. Tonight it's coming out at 12:01, but 11:59 Vibe 105 will be premiering it for Toronto, Brampton, and all the other hometowns. So yeah, make sure you guys go stream that song when it comes out tonight at 12. Time Out, featuring Reggie Beckton, another R&B banger for the ladies. So, and the fellas too. If you're getting in that mood, this is a song for you guys. Bullet, bullet.
All right, you heard it here. So everyone, 11:59 by 105. If you're in the city, if you're not, you can go on Google, type in 105. Gone are the days you can be like, I don't have that station. Nah, you can go on the radio and legit live stream it, play that. Let's support this king, you know. And the great thing about it is, it's not one of those situations where you're like, let's support, and like it's trash. No, you are very.
Fun fact: Jarnice XO is a part of Rome Nation, which is my support group. And she it was in my live when I was making the song Time Out, and she gave me the song, the title of the song, for me to call it that. So shouts out to her.
To you.
Yes,
that's a big one because it's a record dropping tonight, so definitely you get that. That is amazing. I know I said that was the last question, but this kind of just came to me, and I'd love to know, how do you feel to even have like a group that you could say this is Rome Nation? Like, how does that feel for you compared to like where you started from?
Yeah, exactly. From when I started to having like one person buy my merch, you know what I mean, to like growing so much into like having a family like Rome Nation that literally when I need them, like for example, like Rome Nation is the reason why Eric Bellinger even noticed me.
Facts.
You know what I mean? They made sure they spammed the shit out of my comments, and he hit me up. He's like, "Yo, like they're going crazy." Even like artists like Savannah Ray in the city.
Shout out to her.
Like I shot my shot. I'm like, "Yo, I want to work," and then Rome Nation just went crazy in her DMs. I'm like, "Yo, shoot her this to her DM." Yeah. She's like, "Yo, bro, like my DMs are full right now. People tell me to listen to your song that you want me on." So like, it's a blessing. Like it's honestly a blessing. So I couldn't ask for any other people, any other family. To be honest, like it's a family. It's not even like fans. It's a family to me.
Facts. And it's humbling to look back and be like, all those hours, that work that you put in, those times you're like, I'm not even sure where this music thing is gonna go, you know, all those things, and then to look back and have a collective of people that are like, nah, we rock.
That really care about me. Exactly.
It's beautiful.
That's where they drop it. That's where they're dropping the flags. That's what it means. That's Rome Nation flag.
Oh, I love that. I was like wondering. I was like, am I like missing something happening today? Like, is it a Trinity thing?
It's Carabana. No, I'm joking. But no, that's the Rome Nation flag.
It is. It's Rome Nation Carabana. How you mean? No, that's beautiful. And now that I know the meaning behind that, I'm gonna look out for the flags. I love that. I truly do. I want to say, because I know I went way over time, but I truly want to say, like, thank you so much for this conversation today. It was so beautiful getting to know you. Do not be a stranger. Downtown World is your home. Whenever you have new things dropping, cover art, email it, send it over. We got you. And let's continue to build up our Black kings and support them. You know, if he was, as he said, had another aesthetic or other things going on, people are into that. Let's support our kings the whole way through the whole journey, because we need that support. We're not like non-human, at least not yet. So, right? So, you know, let's continue to support Stream Freaky Girl. Go on Vibe 105 tonight, 11:59, to hear the track, and then stream it after 12:01 when it drops on all streaming platforms.
Yeah,
please let everyone know if you're open to collaborating. What's the best way to get in contact with you? If you choose for people to get in contact with you, just let everyone know.
If you're trying to do features, collabs, bookings, hit up Hollywood CC. That's my assistant, my mentor, everything. She handles my booking. She handles everything. So hit her up and she'll forward the information to you.
Perfect. And yeah, I think that's it for tonight. Is there anything that we missed tonight that you definitely want to highlight? I have no shame in my game. I'm okay with asking that. Because it happens.
No. All I want you guys to do is make sure you guys tune in tonight, midnight. Time Out will be out at 12:01. And I want to see y'all recording it. If you're on the computer, I want to see you recording it. If you're on your radio station, I want to see you recording you listening to it. It's a big moment for me. I made this song with my fans on Instagram Live during quarantine, so it's an amazing song. So I need everyone to be out here supporting it with me.
No, are you mod? Make sure you do that. I Remember, she never told me, I swear. Okay. I'm just joking, I'm silly. But thank you so much for your time. Thank you, everyone, Rome Nation, for tuning in tonight. You guys are an amazing, amazing audience. And thank you, King. I'm excited to see you win, continue to prosper. I know you have a long night ahead of you, so get ready. Thank you for your time, and we'll talk soon.
Thank you so much. Have a good night.
You as well.